Yeah, you know, I can't keep a thought in my head for more than 20 seconds because I had a really funny story there, but then I couldn't get it in, and now it's gone. I have no idea what I was thinking about. It's so sad.
The day.
But we do want to say that, you know, these things are latex. This isn't my real forehead.
And I didn't visit him at night and with a hammer.
These are actually the product of John Paladin over there. And he's an amazing makeup man. Amazing. The first time we decided to do this, I said, you've got to call one person. You got to call John Paladin. He lives in Detroit. Detroit is not convenient to anywhere, you know. So, but they always fly him out of Detroit to be our makeup person, which is great, and we thank everybody for doing that. But he makes these things that we wear. We only wear them once, and then they can't be used again. But these will be on sale, I think. Are these going to be on sale? Tomorrow. We'll sign the inside of them, of course. But you can, if they're signed, which they will be, you shouldn't wear them for Halloween. But if they're not signed, I would get one and glue it to my head immediately. What is your name, little one, youngster?
Young. Being so good, too.
Yeah, you came back. Thank you so much. What's your name? What is it? Kelsey? Elsie. I used to have a girlfriend down in Chelsea. Her name was Elsie. Yes, sir. Just a minute. I got to talk about John.
I just can't take him anywhere.
Elsie.
Anywhere.
I forget why I was talking to you, Elsie.
I mean, we left the home world, and now we got to leave here.
But I'm glad. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you for coming back. We appreciate that because our whole lives, our lives as actors are only...
Chelsea, he really can't see very well.
Are only authentic when there's an audience out there watching and listening. So thank you for coming back. We desperately need you. And keep going.
Do we have an eye doctor in the house?
Keep going to the live theater, Elsie, because otherwise we won't have it. So anyway,
okay. Well, how about a chicken joke?
No, you wanted to ask a question.
How about signing that bat lab?
Yeah, we will.
Deep Space Nine, they went back to please visit the Trouble with Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw the...
I do have a short story about Tribbles. We had a battle with the Tribbles, with the Tribble Nation, and we defeated them rather easily in about 3 or 4 minutes. 50,000 Tribbles were killed and eaten the same moment. Okay, and then about 3 days later, as we're all flying back to the homeworld because we're celebrating, and then all of us started going, yeah, hairballs. And they defeated us and we're still alive. That's why we get embarrassed when you mention Tribbles.
But my question is
Thank you
this.
for that wonderful story, Bob.
We saw Koloth and his horde as just the beard.
You said that. I didn't.
The dark head. And we saw Worf with the updated look. And and somebody looked at the two of them and said, "What happened?" And he said, "I do not wish to discuss it. Does anybody know what happened?"
Yeah. Hammers were invented in the Klingon Empire, and Klingons will be Klingons.
That a battleth mistake. Yes, it could be. I think it could be cosmic rays. You know, changing the DNA. It could
might have been
that.
eating so many.
Of course, if we do tell you the actual reason, we unfortunately have to murder you. You know that. Yeah, exactly. You'll wake up with a bat'leth in your bed. You know what I'm saying?
Which isn't a bad thing sometimes.
Sonny, don't talk like that.
That was a great Marlin. That was very nice. Has anybody seen The Vikings? The old movie The Vikings?
That's my favorite film of all time as a kid.
Do you remember Tony Curtis?
No, he wasn't. Oh, he wasn't.
Is that the castle of my father?
No, it's the castle of your mother.
Yeah.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Life is very entertaining, and someday maybe it will stop raining.
Met with the appropriate reaction of complete and utter silence. Good. We have to do the chicken joke, I think, because we're running out of time. But we do want to say these headpieces will be available tomorrow for your wearing pleasure. And get the right kind of spirit gun, because
It's the chicken joke. Here it comes.
You'll never get it. You'll never get the spirit gun off if you use the wrong kind.
All right. Okay. Now I'm doing this for a reason.
So there's a farmer, and he's a chicken farmer, and he's got a whole huge raft of hens that are serviced by a terrific old rooster named George. I'll be George. And George is getting on in years and probably not producing quite as many. The hens are not producing quite as many eggs as they once were, and the farmer's becoming alarmed, and appropriately so. And perhaps now you might want to leave the room. But perhaps not. So George was faced one day by the farmer came out and said, "George, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to bring in a new rooster." And George, that new rooster was Henry, and Henry will be portrayed by the inimitable singing and song styling and word using of Robert O'Reilly, otherwise known as Gowron. That's Henry. Now I'm George. So George was not going to take this line down. There's no pun there. And so George said, "Well, that's fine, but I demand a rooster off." To put it, to use, you know what I'm not trying to say. So the hens all line up, and George is able to go. Henry will have act his technique first. The hens are lined up in front of us, and we'll see who can complete the most work among the two roosters. This is very difficult. Okay, and so did I say George? Henry will begin.
Thank you, lady. 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 Thank you, lady.
George is not intimidated whatsoever. Thank you, lady. 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 Thank you, lady.
Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Oh, thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady.
Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady.
Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady.
It just goes another hour and we'll be done. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. Thank you. Thank you, lady.
Sorry, George. Thank you, lady.
what we do. Thank you guys for coming. Oh my God, did I just say that now? I think we are done. I'm not sure. I think we better have the police arrived. Thank you, everybody. Go to the park now.
There's a Klingon batlet here, and it's actually for somebody in the audience, but I don't know who it's for. But
Oh.
you signed that.
Have I signed it yet?
Well, no, you haven't.
Oh.
Yes. Oh.
I shall sign it now. Cue the timpani and the trumpeters.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom,
I shall
boom,
call
boom.
someone up, and that would be wonderful. And
Boom,
it would be
boom,
really
boom,
nice
boom, boom.
if that person came down and got his or her batlet.
Boom,
Oh.
boom, boom, boom.
A man in the center of the stage with a Klingon shirt. Batler!
Boom, 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 Stop from the earth.